Good evening and welcome to the Roller Hockey Australia broadcast. We are coming to you live tonight from Melbourne. And in the studio I have Steve Hoey, who is the coach of the Australian roller hockey team. How are you going, Steve?
I'm doing well, mate. Really excited about tonight, and I can't wait to provide you and all of our listeners, the information that everyone's waiting for.
Great. Thanks so much for allowing us to facilitate this important announcement that you have tonight. So why don't you tell us what it's all about?
Yeah, so tonight's all about announcing the 14-man squad for the Australian senior men's team. This squad is about preparing for Barcelona, the World Roller Games, which will be held in July this year. The 14-man squad is the first step in bringing together our best players from around Australia who will prepare for this event. It's also a squad that will be considered for 2019 and 2020, also preparing for the next Asian Games.
So you've mentioned the first step, so what is the second step?
Yeah, the second step's going from a 14-man squad down to the final team. The final team will be 8 floor players and 2 goalkeepers. The 14-man squad, being the first step, will be 10 floor players and 4 goalkeepers.
What would be the expectations of these 14?
Well, the expectation to date and how they have made the team is through performance and through working, really hard. I'm really excited by this selection of players because I know that they have put in the effort and they have performed. Additionally, we had the RHA Cup just last week, and I was able to view every player in Australia. Unfortunately, you can't take everyone, but this 14-man squad, these guys have done really well to make it. The expectation, though, moving forward is high. There's a huge expectation. Now is just the beginning. We've got 5 months until the event, and it's great that people have worked hard to make the squad, but they're going to have to work harder. To play in this competition, to play in the top 16 in the world is a completely different level. Once we get the team together, there'll be some very clear messages being sent to the players, and they will need to be able to commit to ensure that they can perform at the level that they need, and if they're lucky enough, they may just make that final 10-man squad.
Well, let's not waste any more time, Steve. Let's start revealing those important names that you've got.
Okay, yeah, here I do, yeah. Okay, so we'll start off with the players, and in no particular order. We're starting off with Cameron Bowen from the Melbourne Roller Hockey Club. We also have Geordie Poblet from the Melbourne Roller Hockey Club. We have Bevan Hurley from Skateabout. We have Carlos Fernandez from Lisport Roller Hockey Club, and Ash Clee from Mordialloc Roller Hockey Club. We then have Nuno Lewis from Lisport. We also have Jason Shah from Mordialloc Roller Hockey Club. We then have Kieran Moroney from Mordialloc, and then Michael Maruzak from the London Roller Hockey Club. And our last player is Lockie Nichols from the Scorpions Roller Hockey Club based in Western Australia.
Okay, so that's your 10 players. So what have you got on your goalie list there?
Yeah. And there's it's a very strong list. We have Lee Glass from Melbourne, Reece Leeton from Mordialloc, Daniel Marin from Lisport, and Jay Cook from Mordialloc. So there we have it. The 14, the 14 players that make up the first step in the first squad, and that's really exciting. I'm really pleased with that squad, and I think that we've got some real talent in there.
2 names there that I'm not too au fait with, Steve. We've got Michael Maruzak.
Yeah. Michael lives in London. He's been living and playing in roller hockey over there for the last few years. He is a known quantity probably to a few of the players that have been involved in the sport for a number of years. He was based in Melbourne, played for Dandenong Roller Hockey Club a few years ago. He's a really good player. He plays in arguably the best team in London or in England, and he plays in a very European type league over there. I've been watching him through the games that have been broadcasted. I've been connecting with his previous coaches and the national coaches over there to get some feedback. And I think he's going to be really interesting asset to our team. I think that he can provide something unique and something that we need. And, being part of the 14-man squad gives him the opportunity to see if he's able to make that final 10.
Okay. Then we've got another young gun on your list there, Steve, Lockie Nicol.
Yeah, Lockie. Lockie Nichols, based in Western Australia. He played in the Australian under-20s team at the Australia A Cup. And, I watched a number of those games. And I have to say that, he really stood out to me. He's primarily his attitude. He's very positive attitude, worked extremely hard on the floor. He was able to, really provide some leadership and really get the team moving in certain ways. I think in the right mix of players at the national team, he'll learn a lot. I think that this experience will be great for him. And, every year I take one, maybe two, younger, more, less experienced players and put them in the team. That's vital for our growth. So I think having someone like Lockie knocking on the door and competing for that position against, a couple of other players that are in the squad will be really, really healthy for not just the squad, but also for Lockie. So I'm really excited to see how he goes.
So we're on the road to Barcelona now, Steve, and the squad's been announced. How do we get ready for this journey?
Yeah, it's a bit frightening, actually. We're in the top 16. This is the best countries in the world, We're playing against some players that play in the professional leagues, and it is not going to be easy. There's we've got to be realistic about where we are at. We need to understand that what we need to achieve is, results that enable us to stay in that top 16, and we have to do that, by competing well. So, the expectation is for people to work hard. I cannot emphasise that this needs to be the commitment of your life, which means 5-6 days a week training. You just need to be available. Unless we do that, we will not get the results that we need. So, it's not turning it up, it's not dialing it up, it's jacking it up, right? The effort, the commitment, and that's going to be coming across loud and clear.
I mean, the demand is intense.
Yeah, absolutely. The level of games that we're playing in Europe in this event is something that most players have not played in. So I have some experience in that space. But I just know how hard it is to compete at that level. So, hopefully we can bring our players as close to that level as we can.
Okay, Steve, so we've got all these players are now selected. What can the roller hockey community in Australia do now to facilitate and support these great players you've selected?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm going to be asking for, daily, weekly, monthly commitments from these players. Squad training is every month. It's in Melbourne. 3-day event. They need to be here. It's going to cost money. They need to train, multiple times a week. So that costs money. They need to have the, support from their coaches. So that takes time. So what we're really asking is that, let's give our players the best chance that they can have to do well. But I'm asking the coaches and the clubs, and I just suppose the community, to really get behind, the players, the management team, and the overall, squad to get us there. And hope is that we get the result that we need. So I think if everyone gets behind us, and the Australian roller hockey community is fantastic. If they can do that, then we can expect to see some good results.
Well, Steve, thanks so much for taking part in this special announcement, and we'll see you on the floor.
Thanks, Al.